Hello students, today I am going to explain the poem Wind. This poem is composed by Subramanyam Bharati, who is a great Tamil poet famous for his patriotism in the pre-independence era. In this poem, we all know that wind is a natural phenomena. In this poem, the poet talks to the wind. The power of wind has been described, and the poet says that wind is destructive. He has linked the destructive power of wind to the adversities of life and says that the weak people break down, but stronger people emerge out of adversities stronger. The poem gives an important message that we should be mentally tough and physically strong in order to survive the hardships of life. A weak person breaks down like a weak building and crumbles. We must make these destructive forces our friends with our strength and determination. Now, I am going to explain this poem or stanza first, which starts from wind comes softly and ends at fun at weaklings. In this stanza, the poet is talking to the wind. He asks the wind to come softly. So he is saying that the wind should not be very strong, loud. It should be soft and subtle. Then he says that the wind is very powerful. It is destructive. It breaks the shutters of windows and scatters the papers. When the wind is very powerful, all the books which are kept on the shelf fall down. So here the poet is describing the power of the wind. Then he says to the wind to look at the destruction that it had done. Whenever there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak, like small plants, tiny children, etc., they all get scared and they can even fall and we get hurt. We can say that in the initial part of the poem, the poet is referring to wind as a young child. He is saying that it should come softly, just like a small child does. In the later part, we come to know that the wind is destructive, just like a youth, just like a young boy or a young girl who is full of energy, violence and destruction. Now, in the second stanza, which starts from frail crumbling houses and ends at crumbling lives, crumbling hearts. In this stanza, the word crumbling is repeated so many times to lay stress that everything crumbles in the face of a strong wind. So the writer is saying that when wind is very powerful, it is very strong. It leads to breakage of everything. Houses which are weak fall, doors which are weak fall, the beams on which the roof of the buildings are supported, they also fall. All the wooden structures fall, all bodies of people fall, animals, lives, hearts. So he is saying that everything crumbles. Everything that is weak reacts by falling down and breaking in the face of adversity. So the poet is saying that whenever a weak person faces any adversity or challenge in life, he breaks down and falls. Now, all of you are listen that the wind is very powerful. And now the third stanza, which start from the wind god winnows and crushes them all. And in third stanza, the poet is addressing to wind as wind god, and is saying that the powerful god of wind winnows. That means he shifts all the people, and those people who are weak fall down and get crushed. So here a comparison is made between wheat and people. Just like we winnow the wheat to separate a grain from chaff, the wind god separates the strong people from the weak people. When there is a strong wind, all the things that are weak fall and get crushed. It is a third stanza. It was a third stanza. And now in the fourth stanza, which starts from he won't do what you tell him and ends at do this and the wind will be friends with us. In this stanza, the poet wants us to make friends with the wind. The adversities in our lives, he says that the problems will not listen to us. They will come, so we should be prepared. In preparation, we should build strong homes and close the doors of our house firmly so that the wind cannot get into. And then he says that we should also make our bodies strong and hearts firm to face these challenges. And then once we are strong enough, all the challenges will be like friends. We will not feel that they are troublesome. In last stanza, which starts from the wind blows out and ends at him every day. In this stanza, the poet has kept the wind on a pedestal. He is comparing the wind to God. He says that wind is God and we praise wind every day. He adds that everything that is weak gets finished off in the face of the strong wind, and all the things that are strong flourish and grow to become stronger. He is giving us a very important message that we should not feel bad that we are facing so many challenges and adversities in life. We should make ourselves physically and mentally strong to face these challenges. And once we are strong enough, we will overcome the challenges. We will become friends with them, and then we will be happy that we had these challenges in our life because they help us become stronger and better. In this poem, the following literary devices are used. The first one is anaphora, second one is personification, third one is repetition, fourth was in alliteration, and the fifth one is symbolism. So students, it is a description of the poem Wind. Thank you very much for today.